Hey, how are you? Welcome back. We're going to continue our overview of the user interface here for your integration partner's data managed service. And we've spent some time looking at some of the other parts. Today we're actually going to go ahead and look at the services tree. So chances are when you get in, you'll be in the dashboard section. So we're just going to come down here on the left-hand side and we're going to click on services. So if you haven't actually purchased web service monitoring from us, either internet facing or internal facing, this will be blank with the exception of this folder up here. And if you have chosen it, you'll have a couple other folder structures underneath that. In this particular case, we have one called remote access and one called tools. And the general idea here is that we're going to go ahead and monitor some of your internet facing web services. So if we go ahead and click on this ASVPN, we can see that the overall service status here is in error. Therefore, we're not going to have any response times. And when we go ahead and check, it's actually going to show us some very specific stats in terms of the time of day, when we are getting our responses, and some initial connection performance that we can see. And we're going to be able to see this from Washington, D.C., San Francisco, Dublin. These are just checkpoints that are out on the internet that will allow us to validate the status. And this is going to be true for any of the URLs that we actually choose. So we have a document repo that's out on the internet right now, and here, unlike the other one we were looking at, we look at the status of being 1, in which case we actually get response times. Very similar to what we can do with the dashboards, we can continue to zoom in to get different time ranges. One of the things to note is that if you want to get out of this again, there's a little button right here that you can go ahead and click reset on. So the first time you click it, it will universally set all of the widgets here to the same time range. You'll notice that the time range button up here turns blue to let you know that we have a very broad filter in place. If we go ahead and click it again, we have the ability to set everything back to normal. As we are kind of looking through some of this, depending on what your monitor or different size of screens you have the ability to change the number of columns so that we can set these to either be 1 column, 2 columns, or 3 columns. And you can see how this changes just the ability to consume the information in either one quick glance or needing to scroll down. So this is the overview of the services dashboard. Again, if you haven't purchased any services, this will be blank at the top. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact your service delivery manager or the onboarding project manager, and we'll work on getting you the information you need. Thank you very much for taking the time. Hopefully we'll see you again soon.